Testing. What's up, everyone? This is Samaj of LiveFluently.com, and today I would like to share a tip with you that I think is going to be very useful. At least I know it has been to me through my learning of Spanish and my learning of Chinese. I realized that these things have definitely helped me, especially with my Spanish. So, what am I talking about? Today, I want to talk about how to get more from your language learning material. And to illustrate this, I will be using this book, Historias de Mexico, which is stories from Mexico, as an example. This is a bilingual book. It is in English and it's also in Spanish. If you go inside, you see that on the left side you have English, and on the right side you have Spanish. It's the same story, but it's just a Spanish translation of the same story. So, I'm going to share with you different ways that you can get more out of just one material, instead of having using one book and then get the next book and then the next book and then the next CD, the next audio, the next MP3. Just keep going and going and going. You can get more out of one thing. So first thing, what you can do is you can read the story in the language that you're learning and then use the translation to your native language when needed. I think this is kind of obvious. This is pretty much, I think, the intention of this book. So what I would do is I pick a story, I read a sentence from it in Spanish. I don't understand, I read the exact same sentence in English so I can get a better understanding of that sentence. Okay, now number two, this one is a lot more interesting, I think. You listen to the audio in the target language, because they have audio that comes along with this book, and where the native Spanish and English speakers read the story. You listen to that and you write out the transcription of what the speaker is saying. While you listen to it, you're writing it out. So I'll do an example of that right now. And after you finish, you check it against the book to see how close you are. So I'll do an example of that right now. Give me 1 second. I'm going to pull up a story from this book called El León y el Grillo, and I will write out one sentence to show
El
what I
león
mean.
y el grillo. Una vez, hace miles de años, solamente los insectos, los animales y las aves vivían en este mundo. Su rey era el león. Era un animal orgulloso y egoísta.
Now go
Por
back.
eso, años, son el león y el grillo. Una vez, hace miles de años, solamente los insectos, los animales y las aves vivían en este mundo. Su rey era el león. Era un animal orgulloso y egoísta. Por eso.
Okay, just one sentence. And so this is what you do. You just listen, see what he's saying, and then you
El
write it
león
out.
y el grillo. Una vez, hace miles de años, solamente los insectos, los animales y las aves vivían en este mundo.
Okay, so I wrote it. Una vez, hace miles de años, solamente los insectos, los animales y las aves vivían en este mundo. Now, this brings me to the third tip. You can use words from the stories, new words that you haven't seen before, aren't familiar with, to create your own sentences and your own stories. Now, let's use this sentence for example. Let's say I did not know what the word mundo means, right? So, I find out what it means. I go somewhere and I figure out what it means. I find out that the word mundo means world. So, what do? I make a sentence, and I use this when I talk to people. I use this word when I'm writing. I use this word in my thoughts. I'm just thinking of different ways to use the word. And this helps the word stick in your mind, and it comes out a lot faster when you say it. So right now, let's come up with a sentence. Hay bastante gente que vive en este mundo. There's a sentence right there. There are a lot of people who live in this world. Okay, so what is this? Number four. This is actually something I learned from Luca Lampariello. He's a well-known polyglot in the language learning community. And if you don't know about him, I'll put a link to his website in the description box below, and also a link to the video where he talks about this method I'm about to talk about below, because it's actually really detailed the way he does it. I don't have no time to explain it the way he does, and so I'll leave that link there, but I'll just give you an overview now. And this is actually really tedious. It takes a long time, but you translate from passage from your target language, what you're learning, to your native language. Then you take that exact same translation from your native language and try to translate it back to the target language. This is actually really tedious. It takes a really long time, but especially if you use a long passage, I suggest use a short passage. I'm telling you, it's going to be a headache if it's something really long. So, but it works really, really, really well. So, I recommend that you at least try it. This is something that I've done using that book, actually, Historias de Mexico, and it really gives me, it gave me, and it will give you a really good understanding of the language. So, but naturally, when you get done with this, because it's so long, this method right here from Luca, the fourth one, you will be feeling very accomplished, and it'll be a little bit tiring. So, what do? You celebrate! Okay, so number 5. The last one is you give a summary of the story to a native speaker in the target language. So you can do this speaking, which is my favorite way to do. So I try to speak it out to a native speaker and tell them what the story was about. You can write it out as well, whatever way makes you feel more comfortable. And this one will test you for real. It will let you see how good you are with talking in past tense, future tense, and just putting your thoughts together. So I recommend that. Now, how do you find some of these? Well, let me erase this bottom. How do you find some of these native speakers? Okay, good question. There is a site that I love called italki.com. italki.com. You go there, you can find so many people from so many places wanting to learn your language. I have so many friends on Skype that I have met through italki. Also, you can go to the Live Fluently forum. There you can find more native speakers to practice with. And let's say, for instance, you're trying to learn English. Well, if you are, congratulations on watching this video and understanding me. But if you are, I'll be there. I'm a native speaker of English. You can go there, find me, let's practice. That's fine with me. And one more thing that I would like to say is, I know I went through some of these things fairly quickly because I only have 15 minutes for YouTube videos. So what I will do is I'll create a blog post on Live Fluently to accompany this video, in which I will have written form detailing some of these things a lot more in detail. So head over to the blog and look at the blog post that goes along with this video. And I would like to do a giveaway for people who come onto the Live Fluently forum, because I know that when you have support, it's a lot easier to do anything. So what I want to do is, for the most active user in the Live Fluently forum, I would like to give you a gift. And it is this book here, How to Improve Your Foreign Language Immediately by Boris Shechtman. I absolutely love this book. I read it twice actually, and now I'm reading it again for the third time. What he does is he shows you how to use your current level of the language, which you already know, and how to use it in a more effective way. This book is awesome. So I would like to give this out to somebody, and let's see, I'll do this until, let the contest go until February 6th. Today's the 29th, January 29th. I go to Thursday, February 6th, and I'll email the winner, and I'll just say you won. All you have to do is give me your shipping address where you want the book to go to, and I will ship it to you. And that's how it will work. It won't cost you anything at all. So how do you become the most active in the forum? What you do is you go in, you give an introduction of yourself, say, hey, I'm from here, this is my native language, I'm learning this language, here's my Skype name, you guys can contact me, practice, blah blah blah. Then you go to the progress log and you put in your what you're doing to progress. So I'm studying this book, I'm listening to this audio, I'm watching this YouTube show, I'm listening to these songs. So you just update everybody on what you're doing and things of that sort, so that we all can be accountable for making ourselves better communicators in our foreign languages. So that's what I will be doing February 6th. Going to the forum, I'll be there, come talk with me, we'll have a lot of fun. And remember that you, yes, I'm talking to you, do not have to live in the country where the foreign language is spoken to reach fluency. You just have to live fluently. This has been Samaj of LiveFluently.com. Hopefully you had a lot of fun watching this video. Maybe as much fun or even more fun than I had making it, because I had a blast making it. Hopefully I put a smile on your face and gave you some useful information that you can take and further your understanding of your language. Alright, peace.